Spartan Nation, we are here wrapping up quarter one of the first semester of the 23-24 school year. And the first thing I want to talk about is just a thank you. Thank you to parents, thank you to the community, thank you to our amazing staff, and thank you to the students for a really fantastic start to the 23-24 school year. I just appreciate everyone and thank everyone for their support and their commitment to Spartans and student education and student growth. And I'm hopefully you've seen that student growth in the first quarter, and we continue to build upon that as we head into the second quarter. Want to apologize for last week, getting the video out a little bit late. Coach Davil and I were actually driving to the Higley High football game out in Goodyear versus Desert Edge. And as we were watching the upload continue to upload, Coach Davila thought updating YouTube would help it go a little faster. That actually had a negative effect, and so we stressed out about it while we were participating in the Higley game and with our role on the sidelines. And then before you know it, double overtime concluded, and right at that same time, double overtime into the game, the video finally uploaded. So hoping we're going to be error-free this week and getting the community video out to you. So and lesson learned on not updating YouTube on the app while we're trying to upload the video. So as we head into quarter two, just some few things and tips and tricks to look at for student success. Continue to check Canvas, continue to review Parent View on a regular basis. If your student has an organizational tool such as our Sauceman Planner, hopefully we're checking that. I know as a parent, it's Canvas, it's Parent View, it's all these different things. A lot of times it's nice just to say, hey, let me check out your planner. What was your objective today? What was your homework? And so as we head into quarter two, that will be the final part of our grading. And so we do end our grades at the semester. There will be some projects coming up as we end the semester. So just keep an eye on that. And now it's always just communicate with the teachers as needed. We are here to support students. This week, we had a Shield lesson on Wednesday. That was on choices and consequences. You can click on the link that's in the email to take a look at that lesson that went out to students. Had an opportunity to get in classrooms this week. It's one of our favorite things to do as administrators, to be in the classroom, supporting our teachers, being visible, supporting our students. As former teachers, that recharges our batteries, getting a chance to be in the classrooms and sometimes even participate. And so having a chance to go in a couple classrooms. Some highlights this week, Miss Corsaro and Mr. McKenzie were doing a really cool activity. They read the book, the story, Burning Bright, and they were doing a sculpture. They're using some Play-Doh to create a sculpture on symbolism of the character Montag. And so I have a couple of photos that you can kind of see here, and some of that student work. It was really awesome to walk around the room and see the differences in the symbolism that students were creating. And then they turned that into a writing portion, and students had to provide explanations of what they were doing. So great job in that classroom. Had a chance to pop into Mrs. Lewis's class as well. They were also doing something very similar. They read The Lord of the Flies, and so they were making character masks. And so had an opportunity to walk around that class, take a couple photos, as you can see here. Had a couple really good conversations with students about what the assignment was. They had a really cool explanation of some of the masks and what they did. And so that was a lot of fun for me. Kind of just walking through the hallway the other day, peeked into Roner's class because it sounded like the kids were having so much fun. And as I looked in, I was having a conversation with Miss Roner about students were doing some Newton laws, and they were just doing some exploring stations and doing some different stuff. And there's balloons, and there was some dropping of papers compared to like a foam ball. They were rolling a ball on the ground, just collecting some data and doing some experiments. And it was just so awesome to kind of on accident see that as I was passing through a hallway. And so thank you for Miss Roner allowing me to come in the room and see that opportunity. And then yesterday, as well as today, had a chance to go in Miss DeBartolomeo's classroom and watch students in action giving their presentations on some different school policies that they wanted to change. And so students were in groups of 3 and 4. They were doing an awesome job. At the first 10 minutes of class, they had the opportunity to kind of gather their thoughts and get their final preparations done. And they just did a really good job of presenting a variety of topics from Shield, homework, classwork, school hours, gum, very well done PowerPoint presentations. And one of the best parts of it was at the end when the students got to ask really difficult questions that these students were very prepared to answer on their policy changes. And then Ms. D followed it up with some really good constructive as well as positive feedback on their presentation. So just really incredible job to see students in action. So kudos to all those students and all those teachers. Some celebrations. We once a month we celebrate staff and students, and so in our staff this week, just congratulations. We have a Knock Your Socks Off award. We give a staff member a pair of socks for doing an awesome job, and so those went to Miss Talbot and Miss Mendez. So congratulations to them. We have 5 VIP parking spots up front, so we give 3 as VIP parkers, and then we give 2 more to staff members of the month. So our VIP parkers are Miss Benton, Ms. Wyatt, Coach Tidd. Our classified staff of the month is Miss Vanessa Wilson up front. If you come onto campus, that is the first face you typically see. So thank you, Miss Wilson, for all you do. And then we have our language arts teacher, Mr. Mullen, does a fantastic job with students and also runs our Nintendo Club as a sponsor. So he is our certified staff member of the month. So thank you to all those staff members and congratulations. And then our 7th and 8th grade students of the month, their photo is here. That is Mia Gallagher and Samantha Cyril. So thank you so much for all you do on our campus as leaders, working hard in the classroom, being a role model for our other students and upholding our motto of respect and accountability. And so had a great conversation with Mia's mom. And so I just want to give mom and dad a shout out as I talked to you guys earlier today. So I know you're watching. You promised me you would. As we kind of look into kind of wrapping up the quarter and looking ahead, we wrapped up athletics officially this week. Congratulations to 7th grade volleyball, who had a really amazing season. Came up a little short at Castile. Always a tough matchup over there, and looking to see them continue to build and grow as a team and see what they do next year as 8th graders. And so congratulations to all those teammates and the coaches as well. Our wrestlers participated in the EVC championship last week on Saturday. So congratulations to Coach Tidd and a couple of wrestlers who placed in the EVC. So 2nd place, Alex Doonan, congratulations. 3rd place, Michael Bills, congratulations. And then we had 4 4th place finishers. So congratulations to Gavin Mason, McAllister Horrell, Aaron Zirkle, and Cody Bernard. So congratulations to all those wrestlers and student athletes who did a fantastic job at the EVC tournament last week. And then last night I had a chance to participate as a parent at the baseball banquet, and just wanted to give a shout out to Coach Martineau, Coach Ted, his assistant coach, Coach Davila, and Coach Hamilton, who put together a really nice banquet for our student athletes and just had some really kind words to say about their student athletes and recap the season and talked about them as student athletes and as athletes. And just a really good wrap up the season with some dinner and some awards. So I just want to give the baseball program a shout out for doing such a great job last night. And then our athlete of the week last week, we haven't announced it for this week, and so this was for last week. But congratulations to Lexi Koppel for being our athlete of the week last week. Thank you for all you do. Lexi's a student athlete and being a leader on our campus. And speaking of athletics, as we move into quarter 2, are making sure your student is registered on Register My Athlete. So if you do a Google search for Register My Athlete, it might also come up as Activate. That's AKTIVATE. If your student has not registered under that, that's going to be something you want to do over the break if they're interested in a second quarter sport. If your student athlete played a first quarter sport, you'll still need to go in there and make some changes to what sport they're going to be attempting to participate in. Your options for quarter 2 for our East Valley Conference sports are boys basketball, softball, cross country, which is a non-cut sport. That is also a co-ed sport, but they do race against within their own gender. And then we have tennis as well, which still technically is a club. But if they're interested in those, come talk to us. If you have any questions, email Mr. Keeling, our athletic director, and we'll get all that stuff squared away so you're ready to start semester 2 athletics. Speaking of semester 2 athletics, when we come back from the break very quickly on October 9th, we're going to kick it off with our Step It Up fundraiser. This is our biggest fundraiser of the school year. This will be year 3 of it, and it's been very successful for our campus to raise some funds to do some different things for our campus. And so we're going to start right away with an assembly Monday morning. We have 2 assemblies, one for 7th grade, one for 8th grade. We do have some mixed classes, and we have split those up accordingly. There will not be any sword on Monday, so we'll start on Tuesday with our sword schedule. And so what this fundraiser is, it's emails that go out, and so students will be given a packet in their first period class. They will add some emails to this. Those emails will be then sent out through Step It Up, and then it'll just ask people to donate funds to Sossaman Middle School, and based on the donation amounts, students will be issued a variety of prizes. And so be on the lookout for that on Monday. We are looking very forward to it. It does culminate on November 22nd with the Day of Awesomeness. And so students that qualify for that, and they'll be out during the school day. And we have some different bounce houses and mazes and music, and they have an opportunity just to kind of hang out on that Wednesday before we head off for Thanksgiving break. What we're raising the funds for this year, 3 things. We're interested in putting in a misting system in the exterior part of the student union. We do have a lot of students that sit outside during our 3 lunches, also staff out there supervising. And so as we know, the year start off with some high temperatures, and so it'd be nice to cool that area off at the start of the year, at the end of the year. It could be available on open houses when parents are waiting outside. And so we're looking forward to that. I got a couple quotes already. It's not cheap. And so we're hoping to move forward with that based on the fundraising. If anything changes with that, we just did recently find out our kiln for ceramics is down, and hopefully we can repair it. But if we can't, the cost is very expensive. It's going to be upwards of $10,000, and so we may have to pivot, but I hope we do not. And so just wanted to give everyone a heads up on how we want to utilize those funds for our fundraiser, and we appreciate your support in advance. And then last but not least, we've talked about this a couple times, but please save the date, October 27th. We are having our fall carnival. Our student council does a great job planning that, so kudos to Ms. Roner and our student council for planning that. It's going to be titled the Scare Fair. We're going to have rides. We're going to have, each department has booths with games and prizes. We're working on some food trucks. We have some food trucks locked in already. We're going to have kettle corn, we're gonna have pretzels, we're gonna have bento guys gonna be here, and over the break I'm gonna work on acquiring some more food items. So please come, parents, students, former students, past students, I said that already, future Spartans. And so we would love everyone to be here on that night and support our campus, just have a fun community night. So with that being said, thank you again for an amazing first quarter. Looking forward to building on that momentum and having a successful semester 1 as we head into semester break. If you have some plans to travel over the fall break, safe travels, and we will see you on October 9th. Go Spartans, and don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Have a great break.